Okay. Show me.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DutchRC channel, and I have a box, another box, yes, with a car in it, this time again, as you can probably tell, a monster truck by FS Racing, and well, this is a bit awkward to show you the box this way, so let's zoom in on the box a little. Here we go. Okay, so like I said before, a monster truck by FS Racing. I have not had cars from FS Racing before, so interesting to see how well this one works out. It is a 1/10 scale monster truck. Does the box say that it's 4x4? Yes, 4-wheel drive. And one important thing is that it is all waterproof. That's nice. And yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the monster truck I showed you before, the HBX one. I'll actually show you a size comparison between this one and the HBX car and an e-Revo, a full-size e-Revo. And let's see, specifications. The length is just over half a meter, 510 millimeters. The width is 330 millimeters. Blah 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 blah. It has a brushless motor. Yes, let's see, 1360 kV inrunner. It has a, I think it's a mine has a 60 amp ESC. Yeah, and it has a maximum peak amperage of 80. I'm not really sure about these specs, to be honest. Okay, enough about the box. Let's see what the car looks like. Here we go. And there we go. Our FS Racing monster truck. Yeah. 10 scale, so not a super small monster truck by any means. Big old tires, and yes, they do have foam in them. The rubber is a bit non-sticky, it's a bit hard, but the foam is quite malleable. So well, we'll just see how that works out. The tires being hard will improve its endurance, its life expectancy, so to speak. I'm sure that the grip on road will not be very good. Off-road, we'll see how the threads work out. Lexan body, and let's see, how does this feel? Not bad at all. Feels pretty solid, really. I'd say that this is about the same quality as a Traxxas shell. The Lexan is not as thick as Proline shells, and I would have expected this, really. Feels pretty okay. At the front here of the car we have ourselves a bumper, a plastic bumper, which has a bit of flex to it. Yeah, that feels okay. Feels like the right amount of stress to soak up unfortunate run-ins. And at the back of the car we've got another bumper and a wheelie bar, which is actually has ball bearings in it. Runs very smooth. Very nice. Now, the look of the shell, yeah, subject to personal taste, of course. I do think it looks quite a bit better than the one Banggood has on its side, the yellow one. I'll have a link in the description of this video to the actual product, so you can see the pricing and availability. but yeah, it looks better in real life than on the pictures. Okay, and obviously you can take this body off. It's held on by 4 body clips, so let's take those off. And then you can lift the body off. Okay, and let's zoom in a little on the internals. Okay, a rather typical setup. Well, partly. In 4x4s in this size you'd expect a center diff over here, but there's actually the diff is over here, and it's enclosed, fully enclosed, also from the bottom. That's nice. No way to hurt yourself by getting stuck up in the gears with your fingers. Yeah, an unusual setup this. The center diff is directly connected to the rear diff. The car does have diffs, front and back, and there is no, this is just a gearbox. I thought it was a diff, but this is just a gearbox. So 2 diffs, no center diff. Let's see, yeah, you've got yourself a waterproof. I don't know if it's waterproof, but it at least is splash resistant receiver box over here. And you've got yourself a steering servo over here with a heatsink, an aluminium heatsink, which is nice. There is no printing or labeling at all on the servo, so I have no idea what the specs are. We'll just see how it works out. In most cases I upgrade servos on RC cars, but like I said, we'll just run it as it is first. And on top of the chassis brace, yes, it does have an aluminium chassis brace that runs from the back to the front over here. On top of that is the ESC, which of course is brushless. It has a built-in fan. And over here you've got yourself a switch which is also weatherized. It has a silicone enclosure over the switch. Okay, let's turn it around. Which shows us a battery. And no, it is not a LiPo. The car comes with a nickel metal hydride, an 1800 milliampere. I'm not sure, yeah, probably because of shipping they include a nickel metal hydride, not a LiPo. You can of course run the car on a 2S LiPo as well, which is probably what I'll do, but again I'll first show you how the car runs on this nickel metal hydride. We'll just see. And both the ESC and that battery pack have Dean's connectors. Dean's connectors. Keep that in mind. Dean's connectors, yes? Okay, and let's see. We've got aluminium shocks front and back, which are adjustable with these turn rings. Very nice. And there are actually two small fails with this car. We'll get to that later on. Not very important, but a bit funny really, but I'll get to that later on. And let's see, yeah, the shocks, are they adjustable? Yes, they have 2 mounting positions at the bottom, at the front, and only 1 mounting position at the top. The shock tower is plastic, not the same kind of plastic as the bumper. It's a bit harder plastic. And okay, let's have a look at the rear. Yeah, like I said, also aluminium shocks, fully aluminium, everything about them is aluminium. And we have 3 mounting positions at the bottom, so you can lay the shocks down more than they are now. And there again there's only 1. Is that right? No, there are 2 mounting positions at the top. So quite a bit of tuning possibilities. So let's flip the car around, and as you can see, it has a fully aluminium chassis plate, which is nice. These holes over here make me think that you can add side guards, or maybe that's just for another model. Could be. Okay, this looks promising, and especially it having a wheelie bar makes me think that the car is capable of good speeds, which is nice, of course. Okay, and you might be interested to see what the mounting of the wheels is, so I'll take one wheel off. Hold on. Okay, wheels off, and as you can here see, it has a rather standard 12mm hex, which is actually metal. Very nice. Most of my other cars are 1/8 scale, by the way, so bigger. Those all have 18mm hexes, but I think in this size of car 12mm hexes are pretty common. Which also means that you can have all kinds of options for different wheels and tires, which is very nice, of course. For instance, maybe Traxxas Stampede wheels would work. I'm sure Proline also has wheels and tires that would fit this car very nice. You can also see that the adjustability of the suspension at the front is done with pivot balls. Very nice. So you can adjust the camber up front with these 2 pivot balls, and if there is any slop, which there's a little bit of slop, you can probably get rid of that by tightening these a little up. Okay, and the drive axles are metal dog bones, and that goes for the rear as well. It's pretty hard to show you, but there's also, of course, a drive shaft that runs from the rear to the front, and that's metal as well, and pretty thick as well. Yeah, hard to show you, but there is, of course, a drive axle, and it looks very substantial. Okay, so far so good. And okay, let's take a look what comes with the car. Alright, the car comes with a manual, and let's see, exploded views, very nice. Yeah, okay, that's very good, especially for beginners, to show them how their car is to be disassembled and assembled. Parts list as well. Yeah, not a lot of text, but this will do, I think. And the second thing is a sticker or decal sheet, which is nice because the stickers that are on the shell out of the box, this one especially, I don't like very much. So I'll take this one off and put some other decals on. Yeah, very nice, thank you very much. And here comes one of the biggest fails of this package. Do you remember what kind of connector the ESC had? This is your charging adapter for the nickel metal hydride with a Tamiya connector. Yeah, that's a bit of a fail, isn't it? Not a problem for me, of course. I have all kinds of chargers, but well, kids that receive this car like this won't be able to charge it up. That's a bit of a fail. So FS Racing, please remedy this problem. Okay, and the car also, this is the second fail and not a very important fail. It comes with preload clips for the shocks, but the shocks are already adjustable by themselves. So these are kind of useless. Not very important. You've got some preload clips for other cars this way maybe. Okay, and we've got ourselves an antenna tube, very nice. And the last thing is the radio. Let's zoom out a little. Okay, the radio, you might have seen ones like this before. It's a really typical radio with a 2.4 GHz antenna on top, a steering wheel with a slightly rubberized feel, very nice. The trigger feels just fine. The radio takes 8, yes sir, 8 double A's, yes. And on top over here will be hard to see because it's all black, but you've got yourself an on-off switch, and we've got reversing for throttle and steering, adjustments for the throttle and steering, and steering double rates. And that's it. I'm pretty sure this will work out just fine. And I actually like that it is quite heavy because of the 8 double A's. Okay, that's it. That's my show and tell, so to speak, of this FS Racing monster truck. And I'll hope to show you some running videos in the near future, of course. For now, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you back in another video. Bye bye. Whoa, hold on. In all the excitement I forgot that I promised you a size comparison. And here it is, on the right. The orange monster truck is the HBX 1/12 scale. And the green one is the one in this video, the FS Racing 1/10 scale. And over here we've got ourselves a full size. Yeah, it's also called a 1/10 scale, but as you can see, that's ludicrous. The Traxxas E-Revo. Let's have a look from the side over here. Yeah, 1/12 scale is quite a bit smaller, as you can tell, than a 1/10 scale. Quite a bit longer a vehicle, this 1/10 scale. And then when we come to the E-Revo, yeah, that one dwarfs all of them, obviously. Quite a bit longer. Let's have a look from the front. Yep, quite a bit wider as well. So, well, that's the size comparison between these sizes of cars. And once again, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know. And hope to see you back in another video. Bye bye.